It's that time again. Bathroom movie review time. Alright everybody, Fast and Furious is back with the new film directed by Joseph Kosinski, F1. Nah, I'm just playing. Though the ninth Fast and Furious movie was called F9. So who knows, maybe it is a soft reboot to the franchise. Maybe the next film will see Brad Pitt with a car strapped to a rocket taking on F-14s. Because our director Joseph also directed Top Gun Maverick. Why not do a crossover in the age of crossovers? Anyways, F1 was one of this year's most anticipated films. And for now, I'll just say this, it did not disappoint. F1 is an American sports drama film, starring Brad Pitt as Sonny Hayes, a retired Formula One driver who returns after a 30-year absence to save his former teammates' underdog team, APX GP, whatever that stands for. So right there, we have all the makings of a possibly great movie. Brad Pitt, fast cars, a nice real-world concept with a sport we can relate to. So let's talk about what worked with this film. First of all, the shots were gorgeous. They were beautiful, mouth-watering even. Should have washed my hands first. But you get my point. Something I loved during the racing scenes that really stood out was they often put the audience in first-person view of the car. It feels like you're behind the wheel, going all around. And I'm not one to typically spend more money on the D-box seats. Those are the seats that shake and rumble, at least at Cinemark. But this movie would have been awesome for that. I would have enjoyed every minute of pretending to drive that car. But then again, who needs that when you got your throne to drive around? Easy, girl. None of the scenes struck me as having poor CGI or looking fake. The story was also fairly decent. Our director, Joseph Kosinski, must really enjoy bringing people out of retirement, considering Maverick came out of retirement in Top Gun Maverick. And now we got Sonny Hayes coming out of retirement in F1. The story that was set up in this film has a great balance of drama, as we see these characters that have gone through hard, real-world experiences that we can relate to. I mean, not relate to as in I drive a car at 200 miles per hour. But we all have got trauma or struggles in our different ways. It's got a splash of romance. Splash. But just enough that the film wasn't overshadowed by it. And we see a great story of a team going from the underdogs to... I'm not telling you nothing. Go see the movie if you want to find out, huh? Freeloaders. And the finale of this film was so epic. I don't often get that rush in a movie theater, but this finale did it. At first it seemed like you know what was going to happen, like it was kind of obvious at the end, but then nope. They flip it around, and it ended with me wanting to give glorious applause. And we get some great actors and actresses in some pretty entertaining roles. Of course, we get Brad Pitt playing the somewhat cocky, somewhat cowboyish-esque racer Sonny Hayes. We got Damson Idris playing Joshua Pierce, a hotshot rookie who's on his last leg in the racing industry. He's on the team with Sonny, but often feels like a rival in the film. And then we got Javier Bardem. Well, full name is Javier Angel Encinas Bardem. He plays Ruben, the APX GP team owner, and Sonny's former friend and teammate. And then Carrie Condon as Kate McKenna, the APX GP technical director, and Sonny's love interest. Oh, and Sonny is interested, alright. Yes, he is. Calm down, guys. This is a family movie for those 13 and up. But for reals, he is interested, but they keep it PG. 13. Seeing Sonny as a broken man in this film, but also covering it with a hard outer shell, felt very relatable. All of us are broken in ways, and we often don't like to show it. But him having this hard outer shell, I think led to his cocky personality and big ego, because he gives us some dialogue that definitely had me laughing during the film. And he has enough ego, or confidence, or cockiness, whatever you want to call it, that after his first race, he tells his love interest Kate that he wants a new car. Driver don't pick the car. Car picks the driver. Any of you know what movie that's from? Anyone? Anyone? And Joshua Pierce was a great addition to the film. He is almost washed up after having loss after loss on this team. And him and Sonny kind of have this big brother, little brother relationship, but rivalry. But most of the film is just, screw you, bro. No, screw you, bro. No, double screw you, bro. Double dog, triple screw you, bro. Though this dynamic is one thing I'm on the fence on still. I mean, I didn't mind that part. But there are so many scenes in the movie where obviously they start out as rivals, they're racing, they keep losing because they're too busy fighting each other. And then you think they're finally making up or like learning how to work together. Then it happens again and they lose and they get mad and it just kind of continues over and over. But I don't know if that's a bad thing because then again, by the time the finale came, I wasn't really thinking about that and I felt satisfied. I'll have to think on that one more. For those of you that have seen this, did you feel that way at all or do you think it was just right? As far as things to complain about, there wasn't much. Really, just like what I just said with that repeated rivalry. I guess there was a bunch of excessive crashes or burnouts or spinouts, whatever you want to call it. But it's a movie, it's theatrical, we want to be entertained, and we need crashes, suspense, death. Okay, maybe not that last part. I get carried away, what can I say? Though there are some fun what the heck moments in this film. These aren't moments that were necessarily bad, and some of them even make the movie better, but they definitely make you scratch your head and go, what the heck? After this point, some spoilers may follow. Just a warning. So Sonny has a past history that you kind of see glimpses of 30 years before where he had a very bad crash. You see a scar on his back. You can tell he got messed up. And it seems like Ruben was there during the crash, or at least aware of it. While Sonny has another crash in this film, and while he's in the hospital, Ruben comes in with a clipboard and medical documents and throws it against the wall and said, "How could you never tell me? Look at all the things that happened to you. Broken ribs, trauma, blah, 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 brain injury. Weren't you there? Did you never ask? I mean, you saw how bad that was. What the heck, Ruben?" And then the other big what the heck moment was the intro. We see Sonny Hayes racing away, it looks awesome. But there's like fireworks shooting down at the track, it feels like, explosions everywhere. And then at one point, a helicopter, I felt like I was watching Transformers or The Avengers. A helicopter recording everything all of a sudden is like down with the cars flying past. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I remember me and my whole row were like, who's piloting that? He literally goes right past the cars and almost wrecks, but they don't really talk about it. It's just kind of part of the exciting scene. I guess races get pretty sweet. And then here's some fun facts I want to point out about this film. 1. Filming during races. The movie was shot at real F1 races, including Silverstone, Spa, and Monza. And this was during the 2023 and 2024 seasons. Instead of CGI, the film used modified Formula 2 cars. They're made to resemble F1 cars to capture realistic racing footage. And this part I always think is awesome in movies, but Brad Pitt and Damson Idris did real extensive training to race these cars. Apparently they pushed them to the limits on the track, and that is sweet. Love when people pull a Jackie Chan or Tom Cruise and are their own stuntman. The film also has many prominent F1 figures in the movie. I can't really name them all, but there's a lot. This added to the realism. I had a lot of fun with this movie, guys. It looks great, and it's definitely worth watching in the movie theater, and it's got rewatchability to it too. Because of that, I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10, one of my top movies for the year so far. If you like movies and you sometimes sit on the toilet, click the links below for more of both.